Captain Elara Chen stared through the viewport as Proxima Centauri B came into focus, a world of russet deserts and frozen methane seas. The year was 2189, and after decades of automated probes returning inconclusive data, humanity had finally sent living explorers to investigate the anomalies. "Atmospheric entry in 3 minutes," announced Dara, the ship's AI. "All readings nominal." Elara nodded, her mind elsewhere. She'd volunteered for this mission partly to escape Earth's overcrowded arcologies, but mostly because of the dreams, vivid visions of crystalline spires rising from crimson sands that had haunted her since childhood. Dreams that matched, with unsettling precision, the topography of this alien world. The landing was smooth despite howling winds that scoured the hull with fine particulates. Outside, massive stone arches stretched across the horizon like ancient cathedral ruins, too perfectly formed to be natural erosion. "These formations don't match our satellite surveys," said Dr. Malik, the expedition's geologist. "They shouldn't be here." Elara felt a familiar chill. "They weren't here last week," she said quietly. "They've been waiting for us." Initial scans revealed nothing extraordinary, just rock and silence. But when night fell, bioluminescent patterns emerged across the landscape, pulsing in synchronized rhythm. The patterns weren't random. They were mathematical sequences, geometric proofs, fractals that seemed to fold in on themselves infinitely. The crew established a base camp near the largest formation, a spiraling structure that descended into the planet's crust. Their instruments detected faint energy signatures emanating from below. "It's like the planet itself is breathing," whispered Technician Rivera, removing her helmet after atmospheric tests proved the air was safe, if thin. "Listen." The team fell silent. A low vibration hummed through the ground, through their bones, just below the threshold of hearing. Against protocol, Elara led a team into the spiral structure. As they descended, their communications equipment malfunctioned. The air grew warmer, laden with unfamiliar organic compounds. The walls glowed with script that rearranged itself when viewed directly. In the central chamber, they discovered a pool of quicksilver-like liquid that defied gravity, flowing upward and sideways in complex patterns. When Elara approached, the liquid stilled, then formed a perfect reflective sphere. But it didn't show her reflection. It showed her memories, not as she remembered them, but as they truly were, unfiltered by time or perspective. One by one, each explorer saw their own truths reflected back. Some wept, others turned away. The sphere shifted, merged their experiences, until they all shared the same vision, a vast, ancient consciousness that had evolved beyond physical form, a being that had become the planet itself. It hadn't built the structures they'd found. It had grown them, manifestations of thought made physical through processes humans had no words for. Came the thought, not in words but in understanding. The entity showed them glimpses of other visitors, dozens of species over millions of years. Some had stayed, some had fled. Others had tried to exploit what they found, only to discover that Proxima Centauri B did not yield its secrets to force. It communicated to Elara. Elara understood then. Humanity wasn't discovering this entity. It was remembering it. Ancient contact preserved in genetic memory, drawing them back like children seeking their origin. When the team finally emerged from the spiral, days had passed, though it had felt like hours. They found their base camp undisturbed, but subtly changed. Plants had sprouted from the barren soil. Earth plants, impossible in this environment, yet thriving. Their ship's systems contained new data solutions to problems that had plagued humanity for centuries: clean energy, environmental restoration, medical advances beyond current understanding. But the greatest gift was the connection, a symbiotic link between human consciousness and the planetary mind, not possession or control, but conversation, partnership. Elara knew they wouldn't return to Earth as the same people who had left. The boundary between self and other had blurred. They carried within them now the whispers of an ancient void, not empty, but filled with awareness beyond comprehension. And across the cosmos, other planets waited, conscious and patient, for children who had forgotten their oldest ancestors to finally come home.